everybody, today I'm going to be doing a huge book haul, and I feel like I say that every single time I do a book haul, but it's just the case because I recently received a lot of books and bought a couple of books, and it just accumulated into a huge book haul. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first book I have, I feel like I need to do some backstory to tell you guys why I wanted to buy it because it's quite entertaining. So usually I go into these like spurts of, hey, I want to read this type of book and only this type of book, like a very specific type of book, not like a genre read, but a very specific plot line in the said book. So recently I was really feeling like reading a story about a girl, a normal, ordinary girl, who falls in love with a prince, and he falls in love with her, and it's about her getting pushed into a society that she does not know of. And I wanted to read it in a contemporary sense because I recently read a book a few months ago that had the same plot line, and so I wanted to find another one like it. And so I came across this novel, and let me share it with you. Okay, so the book I actually chose to kind of quench my need for this type of storyline is The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. This is actually a retelling of sorts of William and Kate's love story. So if you do not know who William and Kate are, because I don't blame you if you guys don't know, because I did not necessarily know a lot about them before they became huge news way back a few years. So William, he is the Prince of England, and he is going to take the throne after his father takes the throne, if his father does choose to take the throne after Queen Elizabeth passes away. And then Kate is his wife, who was pretty much an ordinary girl, and he fell in love with her, and now they are together, they have 2 kids, and they're really cute, and everybody loves them, and they're the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. So they have a really awesome love story. So this is kind of like a retelling of that story, but with different character names and a little bit of a different premise. So I'm super excited to read this because it seems like a great book, and it's actually written in present tense, looking back on past events. And I find that so interesting. At first I was thrown off by it, but then I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. So I'm really excited to read this book. Okay, so this next book is one of my most anticipated reads of this year, and it's a memoir, surprisingly, because I don't really read memoirs, but this person's memoir, I am so freaking excited for, and I cannot wait to read it. And that is Unfiltered by Lily Collins. She is such a phenomenal actress, person, and idol. Like, I really look up to her as a person because she is so well-rounded, and she does great things for the people around her, and she's so kind and generous. And the times that I've met her, she's always been so just lovely and wonderful. So I decided to pick up this book because it kind of shows you another side of her life that we don't normally get to see. The next book is being turned into a TV show. I just recently found out. Don't you ever get shocked when TV shows are coming up based off of books, and you never knew that they were actually in production for a couple of months beforehand, and they were just shocked because you're like, whoa, I had no prep time for this. Well, that's me like every single day when I find out every single book nowadays is getting turned into a movie, which I'm excited for, or a TV show. It just gets me all discombobulated because I don't know some of them that are happening, and then when I do know about it, they're coming out like in a week. So yes, this is kind of the story of this next book, which I want to read, and that is Confessed by Colleen Hoover. I believe this is going to be a TV show on Go 90. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I saw that, and I think it's a channel. I'm not sure, but it's on that if you guys want to check it out. So it's about a girl who lives in Dallas, and she goes to find another job at an art studio, and she ends up falling in love with the artist who works there. It's about secrets, romance, and just all that good stuff that Colleen Hoover brings to us. I haven't read that many books by Colleen Hoover, but I want to read this one because I want to see this TV show, and if it's good, let me know if you've seen it yet, or if it's even out yet, because I still need to check the actual date, but I know it's coming out very soon. So I definitely want to go check out this book because I've been kind of in a romancy mood and in a prince mood, even though he's not a prince, but why not anyways, and I'm really excited to read this. So now that we're talking about book to movie / TV show adaptations, I thought I would bring up one of my friend's books, and she lives here in Dallas, and she's just such a lovely woman, and I am so happy I can call her a friend. And that is Kayla Olsen, and she is coming out with a book called The Sandcastle Empire, which not recently, but like last year, got optioned for a movie by Leonardo DiCaprio. Ooh. And let me just tell you guys, Kayla is one of the sweetest people I know. She's just so pure at heart, and she's so lovely and wonderful and such a phenomenal writer. So I cannot wait to read her book because I've read some parts of it, and I cannot wait to read the rest of it because I am just so excited for her, and I cannot think of somebody who deserves this more than Kayla because she's just so awesome. So this sci-fi book is in a near futuristic world where climate change and global warming came to a complete crazy level and it actually ended up destroying the planet. So that invoked a war, and now this takes place after that war. Now since the war, this group called the Wolf Pack control the Earth, and Eden's lost everything to them. And they've pretty much killed everybody she loves, but Eden refuses to die by their hands. And so she decides to escape, and she knows these coordinates for this special island called Sanctuary Island that's on neutral territory, meaning the Wolf Pack can't get to her. But as soon as she gets to the island, she finds out that maybe this place is more lethal than the one she came from. Ooh, I'm so excited! This book is releasing on June 17th, so definitely go pre-order your copy. I'll be linking a link down below for it. The next book I'm working with Penguin Teen to bring to you guys today, and it is Churchill Throw by Oliwyn Hamilton. And I read the first book in the series about a year ago, and I loved it. I actually read it for the Bookutopia book club, and it was so good. So I was really happy to read it with you guys. And this is a continuation to this amazing, fantastical world that Oliwyn Hamilton created, and I'm so excited to see where this is gonna go from here. The next one was a surprise package to me, and I did not know I would be getting this, and it was actually funny because these next books I was looking at Barnes & Noble literally an hour beforehand and thinking, oh, I want those. I was really sad because I had to leave them on the beautiful shelf that they were placed on. But when I got home, I don't know, but the book odds were looking down on me because I got them in the mail. And these books are The Hogwarts Library by J.K. Rowling, and I'm so excited because they are new covers and they just look so freaking beautiful. Okay, let me show you what they look like. First one is The Tales of Beetle and Bard, and it is just so freaking beautiful and gorgeous, and I just love them so much. The next one is Quidditch Through the Ages, and look how beautiful this is. Like, oh my gosh. The foil that they have on it is so pretty and shiny and so lovely. And the final one is something that we all know because it recently got turned into a movie, and that is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And whew, I've been wanting these books for so long, and I actually do not have any copies of them, so thank you guys for sending it to me. Okay, so this next book I'm so freaking excited to read, and I think it's gonna be the next book that I do read just because it has everything that I love right now in a novel. And not princes and stuff, but other things like folklore. Celtic folklore to be exact, and I love Celtic folklore so much. But Tiernan actually went to Barnes & Noble with me. Tiernan is the booktuber on YouTube, and he was visiting me in Texas, and we went to Barnes & Noble to go just look at some books. And he kindly bought me this book for my birthday, so thank you, Tiernan. I love you. You're the best friend ever. And that is Nora Roberts' Jewels of the Sun. Okay, I've never read a Nora Roberts book before, and Nora Roberts has written, I think, 230 books. Yeah, 230. You heard me correctly. That's insane, and I am so excited to read one of her books finally because I always see them at the bookstore, and I always think, oh my gosh, those covers are so beautiful, because they are so beautiful. Like, what? Look at this flap. That's just so, oh, so book porny. I love it. And this book revolves around this woman who is from America, and she decides to start anew in Ireland. And she ends up staying in this fairy cottage, and that's where she meets Aiden, who is returning to his homeland after being away for quite a while, and they both share the love for Celtic folklore. And it's kind of about them looking into this very magical world and kind of getting immersed in it. And I love that storyline so much, and I cannot wait to read this book. And lastly is the Bookutopia Book Club book of the month for March. And so the book of the month, if you do not know, is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston, and I am loving this book. I'm almost done with it. It's about a gladiator, a female gladiator. It mixes historical fiction with fantastical elements as well, and I loved this book so much. I cannot wait to see how it's going to end. I think it's such a badass storyline with awesome characters. They're very interesting, and I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up and my review video, but so far I'm loving this book, and I cannot wait to see how it ends. So guys, we now reached the end of my book haul. Thank you all so much for watching and checking out my video. I hope you guys got some ideas of books to read next from this video. If you did, let me know down below, and if you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts of it down below as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!